So you might notice a little bit of lighting difference because I normally record my videos at the night time, but right now I'm recording it in the middle afternoon. I figured that you guys really love the crypto videos on my channel, especially the ones about crypto exchanges. So I took up this sponsorship to review Matrixport as honest as possible, and don't worry, the marketing team actually told me that I could be as honest as possible. So you can trust me, I'll try to be as little biased as possible. So let's just go through all of the boring stuff like the company's background, the company's team, and then let's just finally go ahead into the app interface, how to buy, how to sell, what are their products, and then what are the advantages and disadvantages of using this app. So what is Matrixport? Place to custody, trade, earn, invest, and borrow your cryptocurrency. So the mission for Matrixport is a digital asset neobank that offers simple and accessible crypto financial products to retail and institutional investors across the world. So this is the team of Matrixport. The co-founder and the chairman is Jihan Wu, and he is also the co-founder and the CEO for Bitmain. And which, if you guys don't already know, Bitmain is actually one of the manufacturers for Bitcoin mining machines parts. So this guy definitely has some credible profile in his resume. And at the same time, if you look at the other team members, most of these people have worked with Jihan Wu before. Like you guys can go ahead and see John Ge that has Bitmain's background as well. Daniel Yan has Bitmain's background as well. Cynthia Wu and Yingfei Li as well. So I can already imagine that this team worked very well together. That is the whole reason why they decided to start a business or to manage a business on their own, which is in this case Matrixport. So this is Matrixport's profile. They own about $10 billion of clients' asset as of February 2021, which is of course significantly lesser than Binance or Huobi. These are the bigger exchange. So they're still very new, but this is a very good start for Matrixport as well. Not to mention that this exchange was only founded in the year 2019, so that's like lesser than 2 years. So these are their customers. They have fixed income, dual currency, DeFi, fund management, and smart trade. And as we can tell, that dual currency has the most customers for Matrixport. And believe it or not, Matrixport is actually famous for their dual currency product, but more on that later on. So this is their global presence. They are major in 8 locations, which is Zurich, Moscow, China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Singapore, our neighbor, not Malaysia. It's always not Malaysia, I don't know why. So the important part, the regulatory plan for Matrixport in Malaysia. So as we can tell from these slides, right, they are already licensed in Hong Kong and in Switzerland, and they're in the middle of the process for applying to be regulated in Singapore again, which is our neighbor, Singapore, and not Malaysia. But don't worry, because I've already contacted the marketing team and asked them whether if they're planning to be regulated in Malaysia. And she told me that they're actually in the process of doing so. So let's just have our fingers crossed and hopefully they get themselves regulated so that they could stay out of the hot waters just like Binance. So like I mentioned earlier, Matrixport is actually famous for their dual currency product that they offer on their exchange. If you didn't already know, Matrixport is actually the first ever exchange in the world to offer the dual currency product for cryptocurrency. So right now we can actually see that the dual currency product not only exists in the mainstream financial world, it now also exists in the crypto world, and Matrixport are the first to do that. So moving on, the Smart Trend, an innovative financial product that enables you to grasp the trend and amplify your return up to 40% with an Azure-based yield. Next up, we have Best Buy Funds. It basically means that you're investing into Matrixport and they will be investing your money and keeping the returns consistent for you over a period of time at their agreed percentage. It also comes with different packages with different tokens as well. Moving on, we have fixed income. So this is very much self-explanatory. You just put in your coins and they will generate you an amount of returns at an agreed percentage as well, just like the Binance Earn or the one-stop Earn Huobi. And of course, when it comes to crypto, we cannot ever escape from DeFi. So Matrixport also offered their DeFi. They got Smart Pool, DeFi Intelligence, and Fixed Term. And then we have Trade. Up to 5 times leverage at a maximum is not too high, but it is still fine. And it also agrees to let us trade and convert our cryptocurrencies at a 0 commission rate. And the last function that Matrixport has to offer is probably one of the most unique functions that I have seen in all the crypto exchanges. No, I am not biased, but I truly believe so. And if you don't know what that is, don't worry, I have it all covered for you. So Cactus Custody is an enterprise-grade crypto custodian and management system. It is like a financial management system but for crypto. So Cactus Custody originated from Bitmain's proprietary custodian solution in 2017. Matrixport offers Cactus Custody, an evolved version to safeguard assets for industry. Cactus Custody is a qualified custodian and a Hong Kong trust company that meets the capital reserve requirement and acts within regulatory and anti-money laundering guidelines. That should be enough for you guys to understand what a Cactus Custody is. It's basically a very safe custody place where you can store your digital assets. By the way, if you're interested in Matrixport, you guys can go ahead and sign up with the referral code in the description box below and the referral link as well. And then later on, you can get your friends to go ahead and sign up as well. Pyramid scheme? Not really. It's called referral code and it's a triangular business model. So with all of that out of the way, I hope I did not bore you. Let's just straight away go into the app instead. So let's just right away talk about the registration first. So level 1 basic verification, I forgot what details they need, but for level 2 advanced verification, they will need your bank statement, I think, your IC as well, front and back, or maybe your license. And for number 3 or level 3, they need a video verification of you recording yourself reading a bunch of statements. I have not planned to verify at level 3 and I will not do that for safety purposes. So moving on to the app interface. Right now you guys can see that I am in the light version. Just like Binance, we have the pro version. So the light version do not have much. So we're just going to go into the pro version instead. So right here you guys can see that it is almost like Binance as well, but because Binance is really the trademark of a crypto exchange, it is understandable. So on the top of the page, you guys can see all of the products that I mentioned earlier that they have to offer. Dual currency, smart trend, flexi saving, fixed income, Ethereum 2.0, DeFi, loan, leverage, fund, invite friends, rebate, and 2020 report, right? So this is how you can buy or top up your money into the crypto. You guys can go either wire transfer or credit card as well. So let's just go ahead and talk about their most famous service, which is dual currency products. But sadly, they only have a few tokens available for dual currency products, which is Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, USDC, Ethereum, and another USDC. So these are only a few tokens, but let's move on. At the bottom of dual currency, you guys can see flexi saving. It is very much self-explanatory. You guys can go ahead and stake your cryptocurrency or your digital asset, and it will generate you a percentage that they agreed on throughout a period of time. And it is flexible. You guys can unstake it any time. So below the flexi saving, it is Matrixport Fund, which is the best buy fund. And then moving on, we got leverage trading, which is all of the crypto traders' favorite. At the lowest column of the screen, you guys can see DeFi mining, and this is where you can mine for more altcoins. So after we see the first homepage, we can go to investing. This is where you can invest into their various products. And then go to trade. You guys can go ahead and put in limit order or swap coins for coins. And then moving on to your wallet. So this is your wallet and you guys can see the coins that you own, and these are the only coins, sadly, that they have available on their platform. And lastly, it's me, just your investment records, identity verification, support community, invite friends, coupons, and welcome rewards. So I would say that it is not very complicated at all. So before moving into the advantages and disadvantages, according to my own opinion, I will personally stake some of the USDC into flexi saving in front of you guys so that you guys can get an idea of how to do it. So I'll go ahead and select USDC and then scroll, top up, max, agree. Be sure to read the terms and conditions. I will read this another time. Top up, processing, top up successful. Yay! Okay, so let's just go ahead into the advantages first. This is the first ever dual currency product being offered in the crypto exchange. Therefore, if you guys are interested in that one, it's definitely an advantage. Number 2, it serves the purpose of people allowing themselves to trade cryptocurrency or go through an exchange if needed without wanting too much of a complicated interface or etc. etc. Number 3, it allows you to make passive income, baby. Much money on me, I can't count no more. Project wall. Number 4, Matrixport said that they allow us to spot trade or convert our cryptocurrency assets with zero commission. Now, there are not a lot of discussion that I found online, but we're just going to take Matrixport's word as it is. So, free trading for now, unless they decided to change their mind all of a sudden. Moving on to the very neutralized disadvantages from my own opinion. Number 1, of course, regulations. Binance have really scared us Malaysians and we really want to have the certainty of using a safe platform. Matrixport have yet to be regulated in Malaysia, so right now they are working on it, and let's hopefully soon they get to be regulated in Malaysia. Number 2, It has limited functions, although I don't use them, but I still want to complain because I desperately want to look like a crypto pro. Number 3, of course, we all can agree on this, it has very limited amount of coins. So if you're a person that is serious about altcoin investing, then this is definitely not the platform that you want to get into. So like I mentioned earlier in my video, there is sadly only a few coins. You guys can go ahead and see there is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, all the way until I think like there is not more than 25 coins on this exchange, so you guys can already tell how small it really is. Point number 4, it is still a very small and a very new company and a crypto exchange, so anything can happen at any time, touch wood, but I believe that these guys are here to do business, so I believe that they will provide their services according to what they promised us. And the last one, it requires KYC. That means it requires our data. We gotta submit our IC, address, and everything like that. I am not a big fan of always giving out my data just like this, as there are a lot of security purposes, right? But sadly, that is the only way to get themselves regulated by the authorities in Malaysia, in whichever country that they want to operate in. So they just have no choice but to do it. But I'll take that as a disadvantage for me. I'm not sure about you. So to wrap up the whole video, I kind of like this platform as there is very clean UI, and if you know me, I'm a very big fan of clean user interface, which is also why I do not use eToro. Would I use it? Definitely, but for the sake of escaping from Securities Commission Malaysia if they are going to crack down on Binance even heavier, or on Huobi, as this platform is not really that famous. So if Securities Commission were to ban all of the crypto exchanges, I believe that this platform will still be alive at the corner and we can still run to it for our backup plans, maybe liquidate our assets and so on. And for the bare minimum, it is going to be regulated in Singapore, so if you have a Singapore bank account, then you'll stay safe no matter the regulations in Malaysia. You can directly fund your Matrixport account with a Singapore account if Singapore is regulating this platform as well. So I hope you guys found this video very valuable, and if you're interested in using Matrixport or using it as a backup platform to escape from SC Malaysia just like I am, you guys can go ahead and download this app and use the referral code or the link in the description box below. With that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next video.